Hey guys, so I've been a little MIA and here and there I've been recording in the gym, so I just wanted to um, focus on a couple of things that I've been recording, which is cardio circuits and leg days. So first we're going to start with a cardio circuit. I usually pick at least 4 things to do. It could be less, it could be more, and I try and do 4 rounds of it. So here I'm starting with, I think it's a 500-meter row. It could be 250 meters, 200, I don't know. I think it's a 500-meter row though. It usually takes me a couple minutes. Yeah, so it must be less because I don't think this clip is that long. Um, Especially since it's a circuit. I guess I usually warm up with a 500-meter row, so it's probably like 200. So I like this because it works your legs. I could feel it in my glutes, and then your back. I also like to do this when I'm warming up for a back day, since it works that, or any upper body day really, just kind of get the blood pumping. So usually need a minute to catch my breath, but I try to just go straight to the next thing. And so step overs, I don't know what these are called. I usually do 8 on each leg or 10 or something like that. Really, as long as you just keep moving and getting that cardio workout in and keeping your numbers relatively the same each time, you're going to get a good workout. I like to do things with kettlebells. I think I'm just going to do kettlebell swings here, rotating hands. Sometimes I do snatches with them, if that's what they're called. I don't pride myself in knowing the lingo, but basically you take it straight from the floor up over your head. I do it with one arm for like 8 times, and then I do my left arm 8 times or something like that. Anything that you're like doing over your head ends up being killer as far as cardio goes. Another option besides what you see here is burpees. Burpees are good to do. I don't show that here. And this is new to me. I saw Steve Cook doing it, and I've seen it before, but I thought, you know what, I'll just give it a try. Because I don't do a lot of push-ups, and so it's good for you to do things that you don't normally do. So push-up and then a pull. So you're working your chest, your tricep, your bicep, your back. It's just nice to incorporate like different muscle groups that you don't normally incorporate when you're doing, isolated workouts and just trying to work certain muscle groups, during your workout split. So I kind of like to do full body workouts for my cardio, and just it keeps it interesting. Besides just like working on the step mill or stairmaster or bike and things like that. So that clip was really fast. Hang on just a second. Sorry, I had to look back at that. I guess you didn't have to hang on very long. But so those were shoulder press, like thrusters, and I like to do those too. This, I think, is like a snatch or something. It's just fun to do different things. I haven't been trained in these movements. Watched some YouTube. My husband's kind of coached me through the different movements, and that is kind of just what I do for that. I think I'm going to do, yeah, okay, so here's the same thing that you just saw that I like rushed through. I like doing these, but I've since then hurt my neck, so I'm trying not to like push it too hard and make my neck work worse than it is. So hopefully I'll heal up and be able to do some more. I just want to make sure it's nothing too serious before I start getting all crazy in the gym again. My daughter's heavy breathing in the background, so if you hear her, that's what it is. Box jumps, love them. High box jumps. They're not as easy as they used to be, but they've definitely gotten easier. I just need to do them more. But you can definitely do lower box jumps. Just make sure you're doing it safe. I like to have that pole, right there, so that if I do lose my balance, that I can hold on to something instead of falling. So here are some of my leg day staples. Obviously, back squats. Love back squats. I like to wear knee sleeves. I feel like it keeps my joint nice and warm. It provides a little extra support in my joint. And yeah, I just like wearing them as opposed to not having them. And I don't think it necessarily weakens any part of your leg. But it does provide some support and help you with heavier weight. Same thing with the belt, but I feel like it's appropriate for, protecting your joints and your back. Just a few tips on squats, just really driving through with your hips, keeping your chest up, back straight. and just going light as opposed to heavy and injuring yourself. And then slowly working your way up. So typically I'll do walking lunges with weights, usually a barbell on my back. But I really like doing these because instead of alternating your legs, you can focus on the one leg, really squeezing your glutes straight out of the bottom, and pushing forward with your hip. Try not to use the back leg too much, and you'll really feel it. Love those. This is what I decided to do the other day. It's called a safety bar, and it mimics a front squat without having to do the front squat motion. That can, put a strain on your shoulders and neck, which, as you know, I'm having some neck issues, so this kind of helps me. It does feel a lot heavier. Front squats are harder, and usually you have to go lighter when you're doing front squats. Kind of takes its toll on the front of your shoulders and your clavicle if you're, not too careful, or if you're not too beefy and don't have padding. But it's nice, just to provide some variation in your workouts. So front squats are good to do too. I always try and do deadlifts. I like to do sumo deadlifts, as you see here. I feel like it works your glutes pretty good, and I'm just a couple of things you want to keep in mind for sumo deadlifts is to try and use your legs, not bend over so much, over, like with your hips, but bend your knees down. I'm guilty of that. But I kind of also feel like do whatever you need to do to feel it where you need to feel it. And sometimes if I bend more at my hips, I can feel it more in my glutes, just kind of what you're going for, strength or, bodybuilding. So here is front squats. I thought I already did those. Oh, no, I did safety. So here, this is from a while back. This is like how you're supposed to do them, I guess, as far as the hand position goes. My elbows could be higher. Got a little bounce at the bottom, but overall it looks pretty good. Another thing that I think about when I squat is keeping my knees out because they tend to cave when the weight gets heavier. Keeping my back as straight as possible, chest up, elbows up if you're front squatting. Trying to keep my spine in alignment, squeezing my glutes, driving through with my hips. Lots to think about, but basically just focus on the things that you need to, whatever your weaknesses are. Just pick a couple of things and try and think about it every rep. I also focus on breathing. I don't really mention that very much, but I do try to inhale, hold, exhale on the way up, things like that. So this is a sumo deadlift, just a little bit different of an angle. So I could drop my hips a little bit more, but anyways, so this pretty much concludes the video. Maybe I'll throw in some RDLs or straight leg deads next time I do a video. I hope you guys are all doing well, and hopefully I'll see you soon.